Hey people. Alright. I was gonna save this type of video for another time. But somebody has gotten awful brave and has posted something on my page that I don't feel they should have really posted on my page because it was a very big mistake on their part. Now, I can, excuse me, I can understand people having the right to put whatever they want to put on their page because they have their own beliefs, they have their own views, they have their own, you know, whatever the hell it is they have. You can put it on your own page, okay? When you go and start putting bullshit on my page, we got us a problem. So, I will post a picture of it because I did, you know, save it. And I will post it so that everybody here on YouTube can see the bullshit that's been posted with on my, you know, on my page. Is they can, obviously, and it says, gay confusion stew with all this shit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this on here and we're going to discuss it. Okay? Alright, now, number one, because there's several on here. Gay divorce epidemic. Okay, well, I don't know that much about gay divorce because as to date, other than a few states, and really and truly, you know, I don't think the process is the same. So there is no gay divorce because we can't get married yet. Okay, the gay people cannot get married yet. So as far as your divorce epidemic is concerned, look at yourselves. Okay, the divorce rate is really high as far as, you know, you normal people that can get married. And first of all, let me go on in to say this a little bit further. I am not aiming this. There are certain people that I have high respect for, and this is not aimed towards you because you guys would never do anything like this. You know, Teresa, Jeannie, Deb, Charla, you know, Jackie, a lot of you guys that are, you know, are of faith or whatever, you wouldn't do this, okay? I mean, this is, you know, someone here has gone over the top, and I do have an idea who it is because they sent it to me under a fictitious name. But anyway, so let's go on. Gender confusion. Okay, I don't know where you're coming up with this whole gender confusion thing. You may be going on with the, talking about, you know, the transsexuals and that sort of thing. My advice would be fucking read up on it and, you know, learn a thing or two about it before you start talking shit. Yeah, let's try that, alright? Okay, marriage destroyed. Alright, well, that could be a couple of things. You could be aiming... that could be aimed toward, excuse me, you know, a spouse being upset that their, you know, their spouse has gone a different route, as it were, whatever, or, I don't know, marriage destroyed. Again, we haven't really been able to do this, so we don't know this, okay, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, I know of a few marriages that have been destroyed by outsiders coming in and breaking shit up. Okay, so we'll just leave that alone. We'll leave it at that. Societal exposure. Oh, I'm sorry, erosion. Yeah, I don't understand how we are eroding anything. I'm not, yeah, you're gonna have to, you know, come back at me and we'll get in depth with that. Societal erosion. Parenthood redefined. Okay, let's talk about parenthood redefined for a minute. Alright, so basically what that tells me is you don't feel that gay people can have kids and raise kids in a family setting and have them raised properly. I beg to differ with you on that, because most kids that are raised with gay parents that I know of are turning out quite well. And for the record, from what I have seen in the past, most kids that are being raised by, gay parents have no qualms with it. They have no problem with it. And 9 times out of 10, they end up being straight individuals. So, yeah, you need to recheck that one as well. And while we're on that subject of parenthood, some of you people out there, the ones that put your kids out in the street, the ones that are, dogging on your child, making them feel like shit, and then turning around wanting to know why they've hung themselves in the closet, you might want to rethink that, okay? Custody battles. Here we go with custody battles. Very rarely does happen. I'm sure it has happened, but I think it's more so in the straight community than the gay community. And from what I've seen in the straight community, some of those battles can get quite ugly. So you might want to recheck that one as well. Fatherless children. Well, if it's, a lesbian couple, of course they would be fatherless. However, normally there is somebody who was a father figure that's either within the family or, a friend or something, right, of that nature. But if they're a gay male couple, I don't see where the fatherless is coming into play. That doesn't make sense to me. Parental confusion. I don't get it. And y'all may be confused, but I don't understand where parental confusion, really? No. Multi-home children. Okay. Multi-home children. Well, I don't really see as where that would be too much of a problem. I know straight people that has their children, that have their friends that consider, their home's their home as well because they feel so comfortable there. And then there is the divorced parents that, they spend some time with their mom, they spend some time with their dad. That would be a multi-home. So therefore, you're talking about yourselves. Oh, God. Domestic hoes. Okay. Maybe, possibly. Them, you don't want to see two people arguing, your parents arguing and, shit like that. That could be so disturbing. But, again, in the straight community, there are parents that will bicker and argue in front of their children, bring their children in it, use their children against each other. So again, everything here, it's like I don't understand what this means. It just makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. But I will say this. I am getting a little fed up with some people, not all, but some, coming in, spewing this shit, and they have no clue as to what you're talking about. You have no idea of what you're saying, okay? You are talking about this custody battle, parental confusion, parenthood redefined. I don't, multi-home children, I don't understand. Alright? And basically what this is telling me is, you're against adoption. Whereas 9 times out of 10, these kids that are in these homes that have 2 gay parents or lesbian parents or whatever the case it may be, just know that they are more than likely in a loving home, a stable home, or they wouldn't be there. You have to go through a process to adopt a child. You have to go through more of a process to adopt a child than you do to dump a child. Okay? You have to go through more of a process to adopt this kid, love this kid, nurture this kid, than to down this kid. You don't have to go through a legal process to, belittle, hate. You don't have that. Some people, it comes so easy when you find out that your child is something that you don't want them to be. You put them out in the street. You belittle them in front of their friend, or your friends rather, and their friends if they happen to have straight friends that may not know because they're still too far in the closet where you've kept them, where they're afraid. So you just go ahead and let all that be known to make it harder for them, to hope that they'll change into something that you want them to be. Okay, that's not going to happen. Then there is you parents out there that are still will read this shit and think that it's okay that gay people should not be able to adopt kids, alright? Because this is basically, everything is having to do with this, alright? This is what I'm seeing. But yet, it's, at the same time, you're against it, but then it's some of the same people that are doing all this damage to their own child, and when their own child, like I said before, does something drastic and commits suicide, then you want to know why. And then you get some of the parents, I've even heard this one too, well, they committed suicide, so that means unfortunately they're going to hell. Guess what? They put them there. They put them in this situation to feel like that. So if anybody is to blame for it, it is the sorry-ass parents that belittle their child to make them so down and so depressed that they didn't have any other way to turn except for that. That's their fault. That's the parents' fault. They have nobody to blame but themselves. This whole damn thing is getting ridiculous. It's so fucking ridiculous. I don't know. I do know this. When I find out who put this on my damn page, your ass is mine. It's not going to be pleasant. It's going to be very embarrassing on your part. And I'm going to thoroughly enjoy doing every little minute of it. Later.